my heart to speak about today. I just left the gym, and I just wanted to get on here to talk about some things. I could have did a video about it. I actually said that I was going to do a video about it, but I was like, you know what? Let's make this a live and like a little chat session and a little get to know me and a little word we're gonna throw in there, because what I'm about to talk about has been bothering me. Not even bothering me because I'm so healed that I can't even say that it's bothering me, but it gets annoying seeing something repeatedly. So I decided, instead of just making a typical video about the issue, instead of making a typical video about the issue, I'm just going to decide to make a live about it. And so, like, we can have a conversation, we can talk about it, or I can tell you about it. I don't know if you guys have watched my testimony video. When I first started this YouTube channel, my initial point of starting this YouTube channel was because I wanted to have a place to post my podcast. So like the first three, if you go way back into my videos, about 9 months ago, when I started this YouTube channel, it was for my podcast. This is God podcast, which is just on pause right now, but it wasn't fitting into my lifestyle, all the editing, all of the things. So God did something. He turned it around for me and made me start making more short form content like I've been doing on my page. Hi everyone that's joining and getting on. I just want to say hi, and this video is just about like a quick get to know me, and I'm addressing something that has been reoccurring on my YouTube channel. So anyways, God reiterated and redirected it for me. And also, I'm just not going to respond to any negative comments. I get the most weirdest people on here talking about things that don't even make sense. Like, just, this ain't your life. Like, if you don't want to hear about God or hear about what I'm about to say, this is not your life. Anyways, moving on. So again, I made this YouTube to post my content, and after talking to God about it, it wasn't fitting into my lifestyle. It wasn't fitting into it. I just couldn't live up to what I couldn't live up to, like, the expectation of doing all the editing, having my 4 kids, having to run a household. It just wasn't lining up. But I knew my passion. I knew what God was trying to do for me, and he had told me that he wanted me to give out his word, which is why he redirected my path into making more short form content like now. The reason why I'm making this live was because God uses people's testimonies to speak to other people, to make people who are not on the same paths as other people, or who haven't had such an easier life as they've had now, to minister, to bring other people to him, to make to bring people to Christ. Like, honestly, he makes people go through testimonies, he uses people, and he's been using me. Now, my testimony video, like I said, it's like the second episode on my podcast, and if you go back and you want to check it out, go check it out. I talk about my life and the pits of hell I was in. One of them was being witchcraft. Okay, like, God took me out of the pits of hell, literally, and was like, you're not doing that. That's not for you. Like, we're not. I can go on this live and talk about all the ways he picked and pulled me out of that darkness, and even down to how he completely changed my life around once I completely surrendered myself over to him. This tattoo, which is one of the reasons I'm making this video, because I just seen someone say nice tattoo or whatever. Like, this tattoo was a before Christ tattoo. I have other tattoos that I have some on my face, X, Y, and Z. And this is a part of my story. Like, God chose me with knowing that I was going to have this tattoo, knowing that I was going to have all the tattoos that I have. God still chose me. I get so many people in my comments talking about my tattoo, and I'm constantly trying to change their judgment about the judgment about the tattoo, or just understand that they're obviously operating in a spirit of judgment, and spirit of judgment is real. And this is another reason why it took me so long to even find a church home, because Christians like to judge people. And I'm just going to be honest. Like, majority of Christians, they're so saved that they don't understand that God will use somebody with their whole face and body covered in tattoos to get a story across. And my story has testimony attached to it. I was prophesied on. I had someone tell me that my testimony is going to bring change to people's life, is going to bring awareness to people's lives. And I believe that. I believe that wholeheartedly. I will not address on my page anymore as of today about why I got the tattoo, about what the tattoo means, and I'm not bringing awareness to it. If anyone asks me about this tattoo, you will be ignored. Like, you will be ignored. I might even just delete your comment, honestly, because it is not relevant. I even had someone say, I get so much hate for this tattoo. Let's just say that. Especially, and it's coming from Christians saying like weird things. And it's just like, at the end of the day, imagine God bringing you to my word, and all you can do is fixate on my tattoos and what I have going on. Like, you completely miss the assignment. You completely miss the assignment. You completely miss the whole entire word. Spirit of judgment is real. Okay. I just really, what I really wanted to iterate that. And I really wanted to, hold on, y'all. I'm trying to delete some people that just keep spamming me. Yeah, so I just wanted to get on here. The spirit of judgment operate in you when judging me or judging other people. God is going to do what God does, and he is going to use who he chooses to use. That's without being said. That's even without you allowing it or feeling comfortable about it. Like, it's not for you to say. Like, I don't know what you're talking about, the Richie Rich guy. Who said my life was bad? My life is amazing, first of all. It's the life I chose to live because of the choices I chose to make. But it doesn't matter, because our God is so forgiving that he pulls us out of that. He pulls us out of that and puts us on the right path. He guides us to the right path. So you kind of got a little mixed up there. Hi, Evelyn. Hey. Oh, thank you. And thank you, Soccer Boy, for saying that you like my personality. And I also just wanted to be on here. I also wanted to get on here because God also was putting on my spirit to talk about change. And change is so evident in life, period. And I don't have enough time on this live to talk about how God has chose to uplift me completely out of the pits of hell and do something new in me, and how he is continuously doing something new to me. I don't even be feeling like I'm the same person I was yesterday. Like, that's how fast God is changing and working in my life right now. Like, and so I can't explain how God's grace is so efficient, like, not just for me, but for everybody. And in order to really change in your life, you have to come into agreement with an undoing. You have to come into agreement with the undoing of all of your whole life. You have to come into the undoing of your whole entire trauma, your whole entire history, everything that you thought you knew, like all of that. You have to come out of that. Like, you have to come out of that. And the best way to come out of that is start praying to God about it when you recognize it. And that's why I decided to get on here and talk about like my change. And, you know, I don't share a lot of parts of myself on my YouTube, and maybe I'll start doing that a lot more. But I just get on and do what God tells me to do on my page, because before I even created the page, that's what I promised him I would do. And I'm holding on to my promise, even in the midst of me not doing what I need to do. Or even in the midst of me not having even enough time, because those were things I was even battling to God about just like not having enough time, not being able to do what it is that he wants me to fulfill. And the more that I leaning on God's strength to fulfill my calling on my YouTube page, the more I understand that I have to keep evolving and keep changing in order to live up to what God has called me to do here. And in order to do that, I have to bypass a lot of ignorance, which includes people coming at me about my tattoo. Like, you don't know me. You don't know my history. You don't know enough about me to judge me about my tattoos. And I don't share enough about myself for you to know that. So the only thing you could possibly know is that, yeah, she had a history with witchcraft. A long time ago I did. And I don't know if everyone knows, but tattoos are kind of permanent unless you have this amount of crazy money to get laser removed, or even an amount, because I paid so much money just for this tattoo, and even more amount of money to get a bigger cover up this. Like, it's just not realistic. And I'm not about to go do something until God puts it on my spirit to do. When people in public ask me about my tattoo, I direct them back to God about my tattoo. Like, yeah, my tattoo is an example of how God pulled me out of hell, literally. Pulled me out of hell, literally. And here I am. And I am not a lukewarm Jesus walker. Like, I am crazy about the Lord. Like, on fire up for him. Like, I do not play about him. I don't miss opportunities to get in my Bible. I don't miss opportunities to pray to him. I don't miss opportunities to pray for other people. I do not play about God, like, at all. Like, I am not a lukewarm Christian. I am on fire for him. On fire. Okay? So the two just don't clash. I'm not going to address any more things about my tattoos. Like, people have so much judgment in their hearts, and maybe it's because it's something of me that's aggravating to you, but light does aggravate darkness. So maybe that's something you need to reflect inward, because I can't imagine God putting me on your timeline or your algorithm to give you a word and you finding some type of judgment or thing that you want to place on top of me because God chose me. And you're so conflicted about my tattoos that you had to write in my comments about it. It's insane. It's insane. So I will pin this. I don't even know if you can pin things on YouTube, but I will put this in the background playing loud when you click onto my YouTube page, because there will never be a time where I will give validation to a dang on tattoo about anything when I am talking about the word of God. There will never be that. Thank you, Kevin. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to let people distract me from my course. I am on a course. Y'all don't even, the people that, and that's why I say I don't share enough of my story, because if you really, and I'm not trying to get emotional, if you really knew my story, if you really knew what I had to go through to even start this YouTube channel, or just to get words out to people, like, come on now. You will be clapping for me instead of worrying about something else. And it's overwhelming the amount of people that be trying to come for me. Like, you don't know me. You don't know me. You know what God you know what God puts on my spirit to share. That's it. You don't know me. You don't know me. I just will not be addressing any more hate. And I think I am going to start just deleting the comments, because I think that's what God is trying to put on my spirit, but he also did put on my spirit to address it. So I am addressing it. My tattoo is a part of my testimony. Okay? Again, and my testimony is shared earlier in my page, so please check that out. Yeah, that's what I've been trying to do. I'm not letting anybody, y'all, I promise, I don't let the enemy steal my joy. It's just I when God told me that my obedience was key to this YouTube channel, reaching people and growing my word out. When God told me that my obedience was attached to this, I had to give up a lot. So that's what makes me emotional, is I had to give up a lot to even get on here and share face with people. Like, I was a person that was very introverted into myself. Like, he literally had to rip off fear off of me, rip off all of these things. My ego, I was so ego driven. He had to rip off so many things off of me to get me to be able to just speak. I was so cringed when I would just try to practice record and I would just talk and I would just be like, ew, no, I don't even like the sound of my voice. That's how the enemy was working on me. But when God was like, I'm going to rip that off of you, but you have to be obedient. You have to be obedient to what I'm telling you, or it's not going to work. That means I had to let go of friends. I had to let go of family. I had to let go of drinking, partying. I had to let go of so much things, so many things. So that's why I get emotional, y'all. The enemy cannot steal my joy. Like, imagine I can't be on fire the way I am for God, and he will even let the enemy come that close to stealing something he's been working on in me. But I thank you so much for that reminder, because the enemy does try to steal, kill, and destroy. He really does. And I wanted to get on here with a happy heart to explain to y'all that moving forward, there will be no hate allowed on my page. I don't tolerate that. Like, my page is a page, like, go and read my bio. I talk about only God. Like, how could you come to my page with hate? And I talk about only God and good things on my page. How could you come to my page to hate me? And I'm trying to bring light and love and happy and goodness into your life. Jesus, like, come on. So I feel like the more my YouTube channel grows, I know that I'm going to experience more hate. And this is not, let me tell y'all something about my life. I've experienced hate my whole life. Since a kid, I was bullied, like, as early as I can remember, in school. The hate continued from family members, friends. I am not new to hate. But I just will not tolerate it on a platform God handcrafted himself. When I get on here and I give y'all words, these are things God puts on my spirit to share, because he knows somebody needs to hear it. This is not about me. When I tried to make my YouTube channel about me, I stayed at 15 freaking subscribers. It would not move. God was like, get yourself out of that thing. It's not about you. There is nothing about and all my subscribers that have been with me from day one. I really just want to thank y'all. Like, thank y'all for letting God speak out of me and into you, and in any way. Like, y'all is the community that I've built on here has made me comfortable with leaving my old communities behind, because I really feel the genuine love from my subscribers and the people that, that I have bonded with on this page. And it would only get better. I have so much more for y'all. Like, I have so much great things in store for you guys. Like, so much more. Like, as long as God is willing and as long as he sees fit. Like, but my page is nothing. It's all about God and all about good things. And that's what it's about. Hate will not be hate towards someone else, hate towards me, hate towards God. Like, it just will not be tolerated on my page anymore, you know? So I love you guys, and I hope that you have an amazing rest of your day. I am signing out. I am exhausted. I need some protein from this workout, and I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope that you guys stay motivated. And we as children of God, we will prevail. There's not an enemy. There's not a witchcraft. There's not a curse. There's not an evil entity. There's nothing that can stop what God is trying to do for his chosen people in this season. So you don't even have no business coming onto my page, because God is still going to do what he's planned on doing with me, regardless if you like the tattoo or not. Regardless if you like my content or not, God is going to do what God does. He's going to show up, and he's definitely going to show up for me. So, yeah, I'm going to get off here because people looking at me like, why is she talking to her phone in the car and with tears and everything? But yes, I love you guys, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.